Welcome back to my show, Where Creative Minds Meet. I'm Patty Garcia, your host. Today I have a wonderful painter artist coming to meet us to talk to you and present his work. May I present to you Romeo Oropesa. Welcome, Romeo.
Hello, Patty. Thanks for having me.
I'm so happy you could join us today. You have some beautiful artwork around us.
Thank you.
I would like to just ask you, first of all, what kind of work do you do? What is your medium?
Well, I like to play around with, at first, it was generally pencil drawings, and then I started moving on to acrylic, spray painting, charcoal, pretty much anything.
And how long have you been painting? Or I should say, how long have you been an artist?
Well, I've been drawing since I was a kid. You know, I remember taking the art class, in junior high. After that, I've always just kind of doodled here and there, but never was really serious up until maybe 2 years ago when opportunity came to paint, and I just loved it ever since.
Wonderful, wonderful. And who really inspires you? Or do you have somebody that you've been following, or is this something that just comes naturally to you?
Well, I think pretty much it's just a natural thing. You know, I like to call my art raw art, not with a W, but just R-A. They're kind of like my abbreviated name, but I've never had any outside influence or any formal training. It's just something that comes from within. Every brush stroke, every line drawing just kind of comes within. But every time I've actually seen artwork on the wall or whatnot, I would just go to it and just try and see the brush strokes and
study it.
And study it, that's right.
Wonderful. That's a great way to do it. I know for artists, it's something that we're born, we have some sense of creativity inside of us, even from the day we're born.
Right.
Do you find this a way for you? Is this an avenue to escape, to take you away from your everyday life, or?
Yes, I can say that. Yes. I have 2 beautiful children. I have a job and a loving wife, but haven't really had the time for myself. So when I do paint, it's like an escape from everything, from reality. I'm able to clear my mind and just focus on my art, and it's like me relaxation.
Yeah, wonderful. I know that, have you had any of your pieces shown anywhere? Have you had a gallery exhibition, I should say?
Not a gallery per se, but I have had my art displayed. Back when I was in school, I would win art contests. But as of late, I have art hanging in the mall. I also have a couple restaurants, and my mother's home has about 7 pieces of murals are all around her walls and her fence line.
So murals. So you're big into murals.
Yes. I love to paint big.
Okay.
The bigger, the better. I just like being able to take an empty space and put some color on it, some brush strokes here, some lines here, and it just creates something that people can really enjoy. And it really pleases me to have someone look at it and just take a step back, reflect on it, and just be moved by it.
Sounds like your art philosophy or something, yeah.
Right.
I know that I used to talk to a lot of artists that did a lot of graffiti and tagging, and there's a fine line between graffiti and mural painting.
Right.
Have you run into any of that?
Well, I do incorporate spray painting into my work. I think there's a lot of beauty in spray paint when it's clean and appropriate, and you're not breaking the law.
Yeah, exactly.
When someone wants it on their wall space, and they're actually inviting you to do that. I think it's beautiful. People can welcome it and see it and be like, wow, that's amazing. Doesn't matter if it's spray paint or brush or any other medium. But when they are doing it, when it looks grotesque or maybe somewhere where it's not wanted or pleasant, then that's when people are kind of just taken away from other artists.
And it ruins it, doesn't it? It ruins it for others. Because I know there's a lot of artists that want to show their work to the world, like outdoor, in an outdoor situation where we can't always go into a gallery or something. So I know a lot of those artists love to have that opportunity to be outside.
I would like to see maybe corporations or other buildings maybe invite some of that graffiti art, because, just the children of today are not, they're different than we were maybe 20, 30 years ago. Times are changing. Maybe
definitely.
We should be a little bit more accepted, or maybe accept that kind of style.
Yeah. Because you're right, it is. It's like time is changing, and we do have to kind of move on with what progression, what kind of new ideas are coming about.
Right.
I know you were telling me earlier that you are going to be doing a mural at the mall.
That's right.
What is that all about?
Well, the Town Center West, that's actually where I first began to paint. I have actually 3 paintings that are currently up in the mall. I did a painting for Lost World Pets, Central City Market, and among some others. But right now, the mall is doing this new transition into coming into like a community center. So they're going to be bringing in a skate park. So my project is going to be is actually painting something like a theme for the indoor skate park.
Oh, that's exciting. So what is the actual painting going to be?
Well, right now, I do a little bit of computer graphics, so I was able to come up with a good design in the computer. Basically, it's just a big picture of a gentleman doing a skate on a rail with some other side clips of different movements of skaters.
So it'll be that's going to be beautiful.
Right.
So we're going to try to document that, and we'll be showing that.
Sure thing. I'll be starting tomorrow.
End. Wonderful.
I'll be starting tomorrow, actually.
I wanted to ask you, there's a drawing right next to you that's
Yes.
amazing.
Right.
Is there a story behind it? It looks kind of dark.
Yeah, well, actually, the thing about this drawing here is it's a school project.
Okay.
I'm taking a class in Hancock College. I'm trying to cultivate my art.
Wonderful, yeah.
So on this one, we were learning stippling, cross-hatching, lines, and putting in each individual block, each type of drawing technique. So
Exactly.
these paintings here were actually drawn for my brothers. I love to give birthday presents, and since they are basketball fans, I thought maybe it'd be nice to give them what they like. My brother loves Michael Jordan. I drew this one for my brother just recently. His birthday was in April this month, and since the Lakers and Bulls are in the playoffs, I thought it'd be fitting for them to have one of these. So they're really ecstatic about that, and they have them hanging in their walls.
Oh, those are great.
Thank you. Appreciate
those are
that.
Wonderful. And then you have a beautiful painting. What do you call this painting?
Oh, you're talking about the Aztec warrior.
Yes.
Well, me being a descendant from American Indian, I love everything native. So that piece was actually inspired by my cousin. My cousin, he was actually a dancer for the Chumash tribe. Oh. So I gave him that painting for his birthday also. It's a piece that reminds me of my heritage and where we as a race come from.
Good.
To me, it just shows something like power and pride.
Beautiful.
And to be who you are.
Oh, beautiful. And did you do that with oils, or is that
was an acrylic painting.
Acrylics.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw an empty board canvas, in my garage, and I was like, "Hell, I got some leftover paint. Let me see what I can do." And
of course.
I just painted that. So I'm actually working on a couple other paintings also, but that one to me really strikes home to me because just of his position and his pose.
Yeah. Now, do you find when you're working with acrylics, have you worked with oils?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I have yet to work with oils. That's why I'm actually attending Hancock College so that I can get the foot in the door and then maybe progress and get into the oils.
Oh, I think you're going to love oils. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's going to be really a beautiful experience for you.
Right.
So you have this other drawing. It looks like pencils.
Right.
Beautiful shading. What is behind that drawing?
Well, that's another drawing that we did for our art class. It was a still life of a plant. That's actually a magnolia tree.
Okay.
So I've never really paid that close of attention to the magnolia tree, but it is a beautiful tree, and it renders very nicely onto a piece of paper when you work with chalk and charcoal.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Romeo, your work is amazing. I just love what you're doing, and it does look like you're getting your foot out there. You're experimenting with all the techniques, and the mural is going to be beautiful. We will be showcasing that from beginning to end, so I'm excited to see the finished results.
Right.
Anything else, anywhere else that we can see your work?
Well, like I said, I've done paintings and murals in other people's homes. I did a beautiful ocean painting for a little 5-year-old bedroom. The whole side of the wall
So
is beautiful
yeah.
scenery. Yes. So then there's also another a jeweler here in town. He that's actually how I got my wife's engagement ring. Was I bartered a mural in his jacuzzi room for the ring. So and it came out really, really great. I should maybe get a picture of that for you.
Yeah, that would be nice. Wow, so you're actually taking advantage of your talents. Excellent.
Yes.
That's one. So a few more things I just want to ask you. What would be some advice? I think I don't know if I've covered this, but what would be some advice that you would give to young artists?
Well, for the young artists, I strongly urge you to cultivate your talent by going to school, taking some art classes so you can explore all the endless possibilities. You know, the art is universal. You know, the beautiful thing about art is that anybody can view it, look at it, and either they appreciate it or they can critique it. But it's an expression of oneself. Yeah. Don't give up. Be patient.
Yeah. That's a good one.
And if you're going to take it to a business kind of a level, I would strongly recommend for you as a young individual to take business classes so you can know all the laws and the business aspects of actually selling your artwork.
Yeah, that's a very good point because that's the other avenue that we haven't really talked about, and I know that's important.
Right.
But I guess this would be our first step, is to just show people who you are and where that you're here.
Right.
And hopefully that'll help you. And
I hope so too.
That's my intent.
Thank you.
So it's been such a pleasure having you here, Romeo.
Likewise.
And I can't wait to see everything else. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of your work.
Right.
So I'm glad you could join us.
Well, I appreciate all you do for us, Patty. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Good.
So what I would do is they would tell me the theme. I would go and design it. Which in this case it was a skate park. I went under Adobe Photoshop, put some images, put everything together, put a couple filters, created a couple of different artworks using rendered bodies.
You have an idea.
So then I presented it to the manager. He approved and there. So the client is always a part of the process. You know, they're ultimately the ones that are going to decide what's going to go on with what's the material meets their standards.
Thank you for tuning in to our show. If you are an artist or you know of an artist who would like to be on our show, please drop me a line. Send me a note to wcmmtv@gmail.com. I hope to hear from you.